Good morning everyone. My name is Gautam Devnath. I'm bearing ID number 73. Today I'll be discussing about the third school of psychology, that is behaviorism. So before continuing to behaviorism, we must be aware of the evolution of the definition of the psychology. So it basically starts from psychology as study of soul, to study of mind, to study of consciousness, and the most prominent and advanced definition of psychology as the study of behavior. So behavior plays an important role in the psychology. Many psychologists believe that if human beings could be studied in a scientific manner, there would be a greater accuracy in understanding their present behavior, in predicting their future behavior, and um, in altering their current behavior in more scientific interventions, or in a more scientific manner. So they have also characterized or classified the behavior into two types, such as the covert behavior, and another one is the um, overt behavior. So to understand these two types of classification, let us consider a classroom situation. So let us suppose that a teacher is teaching a science topic in a class. So all the students are understand are listening to his class. So among them, one of the students is not only listening to this class but writing down the notes among beside this. So if the situation where he tries to understands the lecture, that is not observable. So then psychologists define that non-observable behavior as the covert behavior, and besides it he tries to note down the notes whatever he or she understands, that is and that is observable through our body functions, and they have defined their term as a on that behavior as a overt behavior or observable behavior. So behavior is a collective expression for a wide activities of life, which includes cognitive activities like walking, dancing, running, etc. Cognitive and activities which involves the mind, such as thinking, logical reasoning, imagination, etc. And another one is the affective activities like crying, being emotional, etc. So behavior does includes all the not only the conscious behavior but also the subconscious and the unconscious behavior as well. So now let's talk about the behaviorism as a one of the school of psychology. So this school of psychology was founded by the psychologist whose name is John B. Watson. So he was the founder of the Animal University, Animal Laboratory in America. So according to Behavior School of Psychology, it is a purely an experimental branch of natural science, the object of which is to elaborate, control, and predict behavior. So J.B. Watson defined psychology as the science of behavior. He neglected the psychology as a consciousness level, and predominantly he defined psychology as more of the behavior kind of. So according to J.B. Watson, behavior psychology is totally the study of behavior in which only observable behavior should be studied in a scientific manner rather than the most controversial consciousness, because consciousness cannot be scientifically measured, as because it is more specific and it requires more introspection to measure. So he stressed upon the environment as a one of the main factor in determining the behavior of the personality. So it is reflected in one of his famous quote, which says that give me a dozen of newborn infants, um, and I challenge or I guarantee that I will take one of them at random and make them and make him or so or to train him to make whatever I might select for like example um, doctor, engineers, mar- merchant chief, etc., and even thief also, regardless of his talents and race of his ancestors. So, Watson also studied the emotions of the children, where he have found out that there are three major emotions among children, that is fear, love, and anger. So, J.B. Watson's theory was totally based on the experiments of Ivan Pavlov, where he has demonstrated the classical conditioning by an example of feeding of dog. So, what he used to continue, he used to do, he used to feed some dogs in his house, and every time he brings bring the food for them, he used to ring a bell. So every time the dogs hear the bell, hear the sound of bell, they used to salivate. And one day, without bringing the food for them, he generally rang the bell. But the dogs still continues to salivate. That means they are conditioned uh, such a way that they know if the bell rang, that means the food is coming. But in reality, they doesn't know whether the food is coming or not. That means they are classically conditioned. So, another psychologist of the school, B.F. Skinner, have developed the concept of operant conditioning, where he is exclaimed that the human behavior is totally based on certain consequences of the past. The people behave um, mm, as a um, consequence of the past. So now talking about the contributions of this behaviorist school of psychology in education. So first we'll talk about the what to say program learning, the new methodology which has revolutionized the teaching learning process in modern era. And another contribution we have to say that is the use of reinforcement as a in place of punishment as an inducement in the teaching learning process. And it also contributed to the backward and maladjusted students beside the normal students in the classroom. So, beside these advantages, there are certain limitations of this school of psychology, such as it only concentrates on the observable behavior, neglecting the non-observable behavior or covert behavior. So, another limitations is that it gives importance to the environment as the personality development and neglected the role of heredity in the development of the personality, or to say development of the behavior. So that was the discussion on this topic. Thank you.